Oh, this guy that you ghosted 5 days ago. Is it something serious? Is it?
No, he reached out like after 8 years of us graduating from uni?
He probably heard that you were single. He could sniff it.
Oh,
He's like,
I tell you, babe.
she's single.
Did this happen in December?
It did.
Karmic moon.
What is that even? Hi, Taisel.
Hey, it's Azura.
And I'm Germaine.
And welcome back to another episode of Clarity's Podcast. Today, we are all dressed in pink because I think pink represents romance.
Oh,
Love. Your favorite topic.
yes. Who's a hopeless romantic here?
Jermaine lah, who else?
Excuse me. I think Azura is a hopeless romantic.
I think me leh.
Really?
Oh. Define hopeless romantic.
Like you're always chasing after love. You love love. You always want to be like in some sort of a situation with love.
What's that?
I don't know. It's like she's always caught up in something. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
I wasn't offended just now. Now I am.
So what are you caught up in now?
Nothing. I love myself and I love my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. But I did want to ask you guys, right? Do you remember at what age do you have your first boyfriend?
Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't even know if my parents know about this,
it's okay. They don't listen.
Is it
to
a
Hush.
slippers on?
No, that was after.
Oh, not the Havaianas.
No. Refer to episode, what was it, like 36?
Don't know, yeah.
Long time ago. But 14, I guess.
14.
14.
How long did that relationship, I put air quotes, last?
1 month and 4 weeks.
That's 2 months, babe.
Was trying to make like a 1-4 reference,
okay.
but I don't know how long it lasted. Probably not that long. It's like puppy love kind of thing,
But you called him your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Got like ask
I
each other
guess.
one.
I think so. I think so.
Okay. Did you date? Like go on dates? I don't know. At 14, where do you go?
I guess like we took
McDonald's?
bus rides together.
You say McDonald's?
Yeah. After
Yeah,
school.
McDonald's?
Really? You take bus rides, go to McDonald's, and then sit down, have
That's
lunch.
cute.
Kind
So
of
that's
thing.
dating at 14. Zura, what about you? When was your
Late.
Okay. When was your first boyfriend?
Late.
So defensive. At what age? man?
Sorry. 19?
Oh,
18,
okay, wow.
19?
But were you dating before that?
Means what, ah?
Dating means like going out, going on dates, meeting new people with hopes of a romantic relationship blossoming.
I think I was seeing people, but without hopes of it being anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's very grey. Like what constitutes a relationship and what is dating. So a relationship is, okay,
Yeah.
after I ask this person, or like a guy asks a girl, want to be my girlfriend? Then that blossoms into a relationship.
That is a relationship, yes. But dating can just be not necessarily having any goals for it. Like you can just go out and meet people. Not saying I want to eventually marry someone, I want to settle down, have kids. It's not that serious, right? It's just meeting people.
Okay.
Then that sounds a bit like a situationship.
No, I think the
There's a
dating
difference.
bit is usually you hope for it to go somewhere, but it's the early days before you
Mm-hmm.
sit
Okay,
down
fair.
and talk about it being a relationship, I guess.
Yes. My first boyfriend, official boyfriend, actually same as Hazy, 14. Yeah.
But I don't even know if we can call that like a boyfriend or
Not
like
boyfriend,
a
yeah.
relationship.
It,
You know?
it lasted like a month.
Yeah.
Then after, so this is what happened. So I dated this guy for a month, right? At 14, right? Then
There's
we,
no one who held the door open for you.
no, we never dated. That guy's an asshole. So I dated this guy for 1 month, and then I broke up. We broke up, and then a month later I dated another guy with the same name
Oh,
for 1 more month.
sounds like a Jonathan.
It was a Christopher. But that wasn't really dating. Like obviously when you're 14, maybe even up to your early 20s, when you date, right? What do you expect out of dating?
You know, last time when you used to watch a lot of dramas,
Oh, sure.
you will expect your boyfriend to do a lot of things for you. Like sweet things, get you flowers.
Fold me stars with the star paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like walk you home, hold your hands,
Yes.
do homework with you, things like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's the thought that counts. From
So you think in the early stages of dating, that's what you were looking out for?
yeah,
At that age, at that time.
at that
lah.
age, at that time, yeah.
I think I just wanted to have fun.
Mm.
I like companionship. I like, having someone to go to the movies with, celebrate Valentine's Day with, hold hands on the escalator, PDA. Like, it's true. When you're young, that's all you think about, right? Like,
That's true.
I'm so in love. Things like that.
Oh, interesting.
And then when you get older, that's when reality hits. Like I saw this meme that said like, oh, dating in your teens versus your 20s, right? In your teens, it's like, oh, having fun, let's go out. In your 20s, it's like, what past traumas have you had?
Oh, yes.
And what have you done to
Resolve them.
Yeah, resolve them.
Yes. How far along your healing journey are you?
Yeah. Shit gets real in your late 20s and 30s.
I don't know, what was it like when you just started dating at 19? Because I would expect for someone at the age of 19, you are more sensible, you're more mature.
Is it? She's 29.
Okay, here's what I think. I think a lot of us when we were younger, early 20s, we wanted that one love that, oh, must last. Remember we spoke about this
Yes,
as well? You
yes.
thought that this has to last. Like, you just have this idea that the fewer ex-boyfriends you have, the better.
Yeah.
The fewer people you date, the better. You want to stick to one person. And then eventually, I think sometimes we try that out and then we realize, why?
Yeah, because when you date when you're younger, as opposed to when you date when you're a bit older, when you're older, you're more mature as well. You know how to navigate dating.
Yeah.
So obviously you want different things, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not to say that this didn't work out for everybody. Like my brother and my sister-in-law, they met when they were like, 14? Together since then, and now they have a daughter. Cute little Kira.
He was like her Christopher, but it worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to all the
And
Chris's out there.
Recently, I saw on social media this local singer in Singapore. She just got married, and she was recapping on her like love life. Right? Turns out she and her then boyfriend, now husband, also met when they were in secondary school. They studied together. They progressed to poly together. Went through the NS stage together. Stepped into society together. Sure, they faced a breakup in between, like one time, but they found their way back to each other, and now they're happily married. And her caption was, "I've been waiting for this day half my life."
Oh,
That's so sweet, isn't it?
high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
I don't think there is necessarily a perfect time to date or
Right.
find love. You can find love at any time in your life, in any corner, right? But there are certain things you have to consider, I think, right? When it comes to like, when do I start dating? Like, for example, let's say you're talking to a younger sister or, you know, eventually your daughter in the future, right? If we ever have daughters, when would you think it would be appropriate for them to start dating? Do you think 14? If your daughter came to you, Hazy, and said, Mommy, I'm 14. Mommy, I have a boyfriend.
Would you freak?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I would.
You would freak
I
out.
think 14 is a bit too young. Okay, just my personal opinion. Because I've been there, done that, right?
Right.
And it didn't turn out well. And it hurt my feelings, which is why I feel like maybe you should wait till you're a bit more mature. Of course, I wouldn't mind my daughter stepping out, you know, having fun with friends, knowing more people. But I would love for her to know what she's getting herself into, basically.
What do you mean by know what she's getting herself into? What is she getting herself into?
Like, should she choose to further her conversations, for example, or like her interactions with a particular guy, then she must know that she will have to face the consequences if things don't work out.
If she gets hurt,
Yeah, if she gets hurt.
if the guy doesn't treat her well.
Right.
or-
So fun story. A veteran DJ in the industry once told me that, like, you know, she has 2 daughters, and she once said that if her daughters want to go out and date at the age of like 16 to 18, she would say yes. Because she wants her daughter to know, or like, to experience and understand what kind of guys suit her or she needs. So she feels like knowing more people at a young age is good. But on the other hand, I was speaking with this other person in the industry. She said if she had a daughter, 20 plus years old would be a good time for her to start dating. To which I was like, yo, that's quite late, no? But that's why. But she feels like then her daughter will be more mature.
But the thing is, what you're looking for at 14 and what you're looking for at 24, what you're looking for at 34 is very different.
Correct.
So who's to say that you shouldn't experience one sort of love or the other sort of love? You know what I mean?
No,
Because if you think that 14 is too young to date because you want to protect her from being hurt, 24 is going to hurt what?
That's true. As long as your first relationship, I feel like you're prone to getting hurt because you haven't been in this before. What? You
That's
don't know how to
true.
navigate.
Right.
Right.
I think a lot of experts agree that minimally you should be 16 before you start dating.
Really?
Because
Okay.
yeah, there's a bit more of emotional maturity.
Right.
Obviously, some kids, you know, are more emotionally mature when they're younger than 16. Some take a bit longer, but around the average of 16, right, is when you are able to, I guess, think for yourself a bit more. Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, that's what
I'm
they
the
say.
only one here.
You're a late bloomer. which
But
is
you bloomed
surprising.
very well.
Yeah, like a flower. Yeah, but also I think dating, you don't really have to, let's say, like put so much pressure on it, right? It's not like, oh, okay, we date for 2 months and then we start holding hands and then after that we kiss and then after that we and then we end up married and then within 5 years we have to have a kid and have a home, and you don't have to put so much pressure. Like Azura said, the timeline need not be so strict.
Yeah, and I think love is all about having fun, if you ask me. Finding a partner for yourself is all about understanding each other, communicating, turning to each other when you need each other. And then eventually, if it works out, you start a family. That's how you can walk the rest of your lives together, no?
Yeah, it's true. I think relationships are a lot more than, for me, I think, especially in my 20s, a lot more than just having fun. Relationships actually show you a side of yourself that you don't necessarily want to see, because you spend so much time with this person, your ugly side is going to come out.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hide it forever. You can't hide your skeletons forever. Then it's like, shit, am I ready to acknowledge my flaws and my traumas and, you know, work on them so that I can be better for this person? And it's an ugly process. It's like not a very nice process, but you grow because of that. But only if you want to. If you don't want to, then you're always going to be stuck. You know?
But that also proves something, that you are so comfortable with this person that you allow him to see that side of you.
It's scary too, though.
Eventually, no matter how guarded you are, you will fall into a comfortable place. And once you start getting comfortable, you can try and hide, but I think it will come out in some shape and form.
Yeah, I mean, as much as you know, don't want to show them that side of you, and it may be scary, but it is important to be honest, right?
Right.
And you also see that side of them, and you also have to help them grow to be the best version of themselves. So relationships, they do help you grow at different stages of your life, not just waiting till like, oh, I'm 30, I'm ready to get married, then I start dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have ideals in their minds. Okay, my ideal boyfriend must be handsome, tall, must make this amount of money, must come from a what kind of family background. But you know what? A girlfriend was recently telling me, have you realized that your ideal boyfriend may not be the most suitable for you?
But got 7 billion people in the world.
You met all of them?
Heaven, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Wow, hopeful this girl, optimistic at its best.
It's okay, you wait lah, you wait. We wait with you.
Yeah, but
it's
the
true,
point of me saying
that's
that is
true,
because yes, she has been chasing her ideals for so long, but none of them worked out. So that's why, as she aged, she told herself something is wrong here. She needs to adjust her ideal and strike a balance with what is suitable for her.
Okay, I think it's not wrong to have ideals, but
Definitely
it doesn't
not.
mean that this person comes, doesn't check. Okay, you don't give it a chance at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have ideals, but maybe you also got to stay open, because you never know what surprises you.
Right.
That is true, because like, to be honest, right, I know a lot of friends, especially in our age, our industry, I think are still very career focused, right? Like, for example, Hazy, I think you are more focused on yourself and your career as opposed to like looking for your love. Like, let me ask you, are you looking for love?
No, honestly.
At all?
It scares me a little. Because when I was, for example, 20, love was all I was looking for. I needed a boyfriend in every phase of my life back then. But now, I feel like, hey, actually it's quite comfortable to be alone. And deep down, I'm a bit worried that I would be accustomed to this state for long, and then I would just give up looking for love.
Yeah, Zura has a friend like that.
Yes.
Who said that she's become so used to being single that she's worried that she can't ever be in a relationship again.
Yeah, I can't
Correct.
adjust my mindset. You know what I mean?
Regardless, I mean, for Hazy, right, keep yourself open.
I'm trying to.
You know, to love, because you never know. Like, honestly, you're not looking for it, you're not searching for it, and that's fine. But be open to the possibility that love will just fall in your lap.
Yes.
Who knows?
I attract, I don't chase.
Okay, I'll reply that guy I blue ticked. 5 days ago. Okay, tell you all later.
Okay. But yeah, so this is the thing, right? Like, have you ever heard of the whole trope where it's like, oh, I found love when I was least expecting it?
Hey, I feel like this.
The story every single time, no?
That's me all the time.
Really?
That's always the story.
But
isn't it?
Hazy, you just said that you were always looking for love.
Not in the sense where I join platforms or like apps or like clubs to look for love. You know, I was just like hoping that it would come, someone would come along. I was looking out in that sense. Then like I stumble upon it, and then it'll be like, hey, actually we make quite a good pair together. Yeah. But I've always believed in stumbling upon love.
Mm.
I mean, for people who go on apps, I feel like that's fully okay. Like,
That's also sort of stumbling, no?
that's true. It's like
You're
fate also.
sifting through like
Correct.
thousands.
But it's the kind of like emotional commitment that you have to be ready to put yourself through. No?
Yeah, like, if you go
Yeah.
onto the app with the hopes of finding a partner, then it's not really stumbling. But I would say like, if you meet someone like on a night out, or you meet someone at a party or at a, whatever it is, right? And then you strike up a conversation from there. That's really like, I'm really stumbling.
Right.
I mean, I've never been on apps, have you?
No, I haven't.
I've never been on like a first date.
Should I?
I've never been on a first date.
Oh.
Okay. Where shall we go?
Wait, what do you mean you've never been on a first date?
I've never been on an intentional first date. Like, let's go on a date. Would you like to go on a date?
Also, it's always like a friend kind of thing, and then it blossomed into something else. Germaine, loading.
One way to put
Era
it.
404. It's always been a bit more of a reverse situation, I think, yeah.
Okay, I get it.
yeah.
Okay, so here's a story from our producer, PDN, okay? She says, I truly believe I stumbled into love when I least expected it, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't looking for it. Up to my mid-20s, I had never been on a date. I was and still am comfortable being alone, but then I had a desire to form a family and have children. So I ventured onto dating apps and started putting myself out there. Honestly, my goal wasn't to look for a life partner, but rather to experience dating and figure out what I liked and what I didn't like. So our producer basically set a due date for herself. Like a dating internship kind of thing. She was basically manifesting it. You know, we talk about manifesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so as the due date approached,
Yeah.
she deleted all the dating apps to shift her focus onto something else. Basically, at this point, she had gotten a new job. And the last person she met before the due date was up, they fell in love. Just like that. And they were both people who were just like dabbling and messing around with dating apps. So I guess we could say that they both stumbled into love during the whole self-exploration journey. That's so sweet though. See? A lot of my friends get married through dating apps, you know. Really?
Actually,
An alarming
I do
number.
know
There are a lot.
a lot. Yeah, I do know a lot.
I like the newer dating apps like Hinge. As in, I've never been on it, but obviously my single friends send me, all those like screenshots and
Yes,
stuff.
correct.
right?
It's very funny. I've
Like
seen
the
those.
newer dating apps have like prompts where you really get to understand the person before you even choose them. Select them. I don't know how it works.
You swipe
I
what
swipe.
to? You swipe what
I don't
to
think
select?
you swipe.
Oh, you can
Oh, you can
reply a
reply
prompt
a
on a
question. Yeah.
Interesting.
I would say like, do you have a dog? How many dogs? Can I pet them?
So the more the
Can I
merrier.
reply, Can I pet you?
Ew.
Oh my god!
Okay, so like when only if I can pet your dog. Okay, we're in our 20s now, but we're approaching our 30s.
Oh my gosh, I turned 30 this We turned 30 this year.
Oh my god!
It's 2024!
Okay, they are in their 30s.
1994
Hey,
kids.
excuse
is
me.
I'm
this
in my
year.
late 20s.
We're about to enter.
Yeah, you're in your 30s lah.
We're about not yet, not your birthday, eh?
Hey, it's not fair, eh?
Yeah, why?
At 30, you can't call it 30s.
Okay, if you say so, Zura.
Sure. Dilulu is the Solulu. So you guys are approaching your 30s, right? I'm in my late 20s. So in your early 20s, right? Just take it back like maybe 10 years.
Uni.
What do you think was good part of dating in your early 20s?
Stress-free.
Oh.
All you gotta do is do homework together. I danced with him. Like, because we are part of a hip-hop club.
You do homework together.
You dance, we studying together. My uni boyfriend. Who's
do
happily
homework
married
together.
now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
congrats. Wei Xing.
Oh, we naming
Wow.
and claiming
Really,
now.
I'm very happy for him.
They do homework together. You do homework for the fellow.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
It works too. I mean, yeah. Stress free. That is one.
Stress free, and I feel like
Yeah.
you don't really have to worry about the future.
No one's pressuring you at 20 to like get married,
Get
have
a BTO.
kids.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Can I tell you something?
Huh?
My experience is quite different.
Why?
I think in my early 20s,
Uh-huh.
I felt a little bit more pressure in dating
Oh.
than I do now.
So you terbalik. Why?
I think in your early 20s, you haven't fully learned that you're not on society's timeline. So you still have this idea because, you grow up with a certain idea that you've seen this happen at this age. At this age, you have this idea that, at this age, this is what people do. At this age, it's what people do. And you haven't figured out for yourself at that point that I don't have to be on that timeline. Like, actually, why and who says that this has to happen at this age? This milestone has to happen here.
Actually, I agree because I've seen a lot of my friends at 22 having been dating for like 4 or 5 years, and then around 28, they've been dating like probably 7 years by now. They're like, actually, I don't, this relationship is not that right for me anymore. So sometimes when you're young, you don't realize just how much of the world there is out there. I remember when I first had my first boyfriend at 16, right? Obviously, I told my parents about it after a while. Like, we had been dating for a few months. The first thing that my mom said to me was, but why do you want to date when you're so young? There's so much of the world out there and so much more people to meet. And at that time, I did not understand what she meant. I was like, but I like this guy. I just want to see him. But now it's like, okay lah, I understand what you mean, right? There were a lot more people to see and date. But it doesn't mean that you don't date when you're 16.
Correct.
You know? I will eventually find that out for myself. But as a parent, there are some things that your kids will not understand at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after we have seen our parents going through their phase. Like my mom gave birth to my sister at the age of 26.
Okay.
Gave birth to me at the
very
age of
young.
29. Yeah. And gave birth to my brother at the age of 30. So by 30 years old, which is me this year, she already had 3 kids.
She had her whole family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, my goodness, that's so early, isn't it? Which is why when I was younger, my goal was to have my first kid at the age of 28. Yeah, I guess because, you know, growing up and I'm influenced by my parents, I feel like, hey, I want a family like that as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally okay to put yourself out there and experience the world. Even if it doesn't work out for you, then just push back the timeline a bit lah. Nothing wrong with that, right?
It's true.
Here's the thing. I don't know about the current generation, but I think at that time when we were growing up, there was sort of like a, correct me if I'm wrong, and if this was your experience, I think there's always been like a fairy tale idea planted in your head. You know, there's always like a, oh, you should be dating for a long time. You know, that sort of thing.
I think it was more of like a, oh, you will meet the right person when the right person comes along. But they don't tell you actually sometimes how much work it takes
How much
Right.
trash you gotta
Yeah.
sift through.
to find the treasure. Yeah.
To be fair, different people have different personalities at different ages. So this Christopher guy at the age of like 16,
There's two, shut up.
14, either both at their age back then versus now, I believe they are two completely different people.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably. I don't know them anymore, but I do follow them on Instagram.
Like me back when I was 15 and me now, I think I'm completely two different people.
For sure. You know, when we
Yeah.
were young, right? When you used to date, right? And it was all about like playing mind games and like, you know, oh, what he text me, then I send it to my friend. Like, what does he mean by that? Da, da, da. I think that's the fun and also stressful part of dating when you're young. It's a bit more of the emotional immaturity. It's fun, but it's only fun then, right? Once you grow older, you're like, I don't have time for these games. I'm busy with
Correct.
work. I'm
Right.
busy trying to have a social life and enough sleep and make money.
Yeah.
I just want to find someone that is willing to grow with me.
Correct. Like for me, my first criteria, okay, after I sieve through like, you know, you must be disciplined, you must work hard, and all this kind of thing. My first criteria must make me feel secure.
Okay.
If this criteria isn't even matched, then I'll just let go of this completely before it turns into something else or goes deeper. You know
And I
what
think Hazy is a very secure person already to begin with.
No, I am.
Yeah, she already is. So it's not that she's asking that from the person, but she wants the person to
Give this back to me.
Correct. And then I think it's also with experience that you learn. You know what I mean? Like you think that this is what you like or this is what you want. But it's only through experience that you learn, okay, this is actually what I want. Or, you know, maybe this is not so important to me anymore at this point. And then you grow from there as well, right? Because like I think we've mentioned before, like love is a practice with a lot of things in life. Like you don't get it right the first time. So what makes you think that you're going to get it right this first time?
It's true, yeah. So correct, the more people you see, the more people you date, the more you know what you really want in a partner.
Yep.
I've always believed in this. You know, there are quizzes online, for example, to test your love language or like to help you clarify or understand better what kind of a partner suits you or you're looking for. I believe in those there. Like, I feel like after the test, it helps you understand yourself better and your dating life will just be much easier. Honestly.
It's true, yeah. It's true. I think knowing how someone likes to receive love and knowing how you can show them love, it really makes it, it gives you a higher success rate, even in the dating stage. Find out their love language and then try to give them love in that way.
Correct. So there's this Instagram account that you can follow. They provide a lot of like dating tips, advice, and I found it quite useful. It's called Hello Love Singapore.
Hello, love.
Hello, love.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you say all the time.
Hello, love.
Oh, that is what I say.
Yeah, I feel like for singles out there, you know, if you're
Yeah.
looking to find a partner, like, you know, you just want to date around, but you're not too sure exactly how to go about doing it. Maybe, you know, seek some advice. Look at some tips. The tips are very cute one, very bite-sized, easy for you to digest.
Oh, I love that. That's the kind of information I like to read. Not the very long,
Yeah.
Quick ones.
yeah, the quick little
Yeah,
bite-sized.
and
Yeah.
it's so nice and colorful.
Hello, love. Yeah,
Yeah.
go and check it out. I think there are a lot of things about dating and navigating dating that,
Correct.
that you at any age may be confused about. Maybe you think you know it all in your 20s, and then you come to your 30s, you're single, and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Hey, exactly how I'm feeling now, sis. Exactly. Yeah, but I'm okay. Okay, to wrap up this episode, how about we just quickly talk about our dating lives a bit?
Okay.
So, come, Germaine, you're the happiest among the three of us. How's your dating life been now?
My dating life is becoming more stable, but there is still a foundation to be built to have a strong relationship. Yeah, I think there's still things that we need to learn about each other and work on together. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I don't think that couples should only go see like a therapist when there's something wrong. I think all couples can benefit from seeing someone, especially if you intend to get married, have kids. You don't want to pass generational trauma down. And everybody has trauma.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very good advice.
So yeah, we're working on having the most healthy relationship possible.
But for the record, I feel like Germaine, over the past year, you've glowed up, babe. Like you have been so happy.
Aww.
look at her face. I know. She's been happy and I'm happy for you.
It's true.
I've been happy.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
It's secure. It's the year she's been least crazy. Don't you think so?
True. It's true. I feel like, yeah, I'm getting into a new era of life.
Things don't trigger as much anymore because it don't matter anymore.
Correct. Okay, Zura, your turn. You?
I am. Sorry, the question is
How's your dating life?
exciting.
I second that.
Okay, the goal here is to understand myself and to be a better version of myself every day.
Okay.
And I feel like anyone who comes in, I see it as in this part of my life, they're there to teach me something.
Oh.
Well, the situation is there to teach me something.
Have you stopped pushing people away?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. No, I can feel that too. I feel like your heart is more open, your heart is more ready, and you are willing. Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Proud of you. Growth.
Growth is so uncomfortable, guys. I'm telling you.
But you'll be all the more better for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my dating life.
What with this guy that you ghosted 5 days ago? Is it something serious? Is it?
No, he reached out like after 8 years of us graduating from uni. He's
Okay.
like, hey, we were friends back in uni.
He probably heard that you were single. He could sniff it.
Oh, I tell you, babe.
She's single.
Did this happen in December?
It did.
Karmic moon.
What is that even?
I promise you. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, right? I go on and on about these things.
No, please.
And then I mentioned in passing to 2 friends apparently in December, which I forgot about. I was like, oh, it's a time where exes will come back. It's a time where people from your past will come back. Yesterday they came to me.
Your
They said-
ex?
No.
The friends.
Please
the friends.
don't.
Okay,
My
okay.
friends. My friends. And they were like, did you say this? I said, yes. And they were like, oh my God. It's like things that they never imagined. 2 weeks in a row, bumping into an ex like back to back. People they haven't seen in years.
Oh.
Or like just exes appearing out of nowhere. And I was like, you see? Babe.
But hers is
Sorry,
not an
what
ex.
moon? What moon was that?
Karmic moon.
Karmic moon. Okay. Yeah, ex schoolmate.
Ex-schoolmate. Okay.
But honestly, I don't really feel too much about it. Oh my God, I hope he's not listening to this
Oh.
episode. Oh God. But
Alright.
my dating life is non-existent for now, but that's okay because like Zura, I feel like I should work on myself first before.
But be open
yeah,
to the possibility.
I always am. I want to work hard on my career and in my journey, hopefully meet someone like-minded who wants to grow with me. Yeah, I think that would be very, very ideal for me.
I do think that things will happen right when they are supposed to happen.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think a lot of people also, because people tell them that, oh, you don't have to go looking for it, it will come to you at the right time. That does not mean that they will fall into your laps.
No.
If you are looking to date, for example, if you do want, to find this connection with someone or just to be out there, put yourself out there, you also gotta do a little
yourself
bit like,
out.
Correct.
You gotta put yourself out
You
there.
can't be like, I mean, it's about actively seizing that opportunity when
Correct.
you can, right? Like, let's say if a really cute guy asks you out, but you're like, oh, I'm focused on work right now, I don't want to do it, so I say no. Then you're never gonna, you're not putting yourself in that opportunity.
Okay, point noted, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Or for 3 months straight, every night you spend at home. Come from where?
True.
Okay, point noted, Zura.
No, but it's true,
Yes,
right?
yes, I
Sometimes,
agree.
go out sometimes, say yes to a friend gathering every once in a while. You never know what might happen. The more chances you give yourself, the more opportunity to perhaps meet someone, like Azura said, that may teach you something in this season of your life. Or it may be your step to finding someone even more compatible for you. Maybe their friend. Not them, but their friend.
You got a lot of stories like that.
Yeah. But I think one thing to keep in mind is that dating doesn't necessarily have to be like sequential, It doesn't have to be like, oh, I have to have ticked certain boxes in my life before I can start dating or before I can start opening my heart. Like let's say
I will be done with school first.
Yes, I'll graduate first before I'll even start dating because I want to focus on school. Then after you graduate, you're like, but I just started a new job. I will give myself 1 year in this job before I start even seriously dating because I don't want to get distracted. Then after that, you're like,
Chasing a promotion.
Yeah,
Chasing a pay raise. Yeah. There will be never-ending goals to chase.
I don't know if you've heard this before, but something I hear this a lot from friends are like, I should have dated younger. I should have started younger. Because once you enter the workforce, the thing that I always hear is, where am I going to meet people now?
Correct. And where do you have the time? Right? So for me, actually, okay, maybe it's a bit pressurizing because this year I'm 30 years old, right? And I'm someone who wants to have a family. And of course, I will be worried about my biological clock, right? So, of course, I guess there will be cons dating in my 30s.
The pool half taken.
Yeah, actually, it's true.
It's true.
The pool is smaller.
it's true.
I want to look out for like my ideal partner, right? Yeah, but now I have like less people to choose from. But that does not mean that you should settle.
Correct.
That does not mean that you should settle. I think all in its right time and place.
So what we're saying is that maybe just try it. You never know. I mean, the earlier, it's like the more years you give yourself, the more chances you have, right? It's statistics. It's like probability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to end this with have realistic expectations. Don't expect your partner to look like who? Name me a K-pop
Ryan
idol.
Gosling.
Okay.
Why cannot? I deserve the best. Nothing but the best. And only the best for myself.
Okay, but you need to be realistic and have realistic expectations as well, right?
Yes, Zura.
It's true. But one thing I know dating can help with, and I've seen it help a lot of friends with, is building self-confidence. Yeah, like I've seen people come out of a breakup and they're absolutely shattered. The guy has broken, stamped, crushed their heart inside out. And then she started dating again. She started seeing, guys again on apps and things like that. And you can see her start to have her life come back into her body
like
again.
blooming
She
again.
believes in herself. She believes she's attractive. She believes that, she becomes more confident. So dating can be good too. Yeah.
It's true. And I think sometimes, especially when we've settled, sometimes you're trying to figure out why that happened, why you allowed someone to do that to you, etc. And then I think when you date, and with every person that you date, you realize and you get to see like how much people out there are willing to offer you, And that also, it becomes a building block for you on like, okay, so this is what I can expect. This is what I will not shortchange myself for. And like, hey, like they say, right, if you're asking for something and that person tells you what you're asking for is too much, what someone won't do for you, someone else will.
Oh, yeah. If he wanted to, he would not. Not always.
Not always.
But what I think Zura is trying to say is that there may be more important attributes to look out for than just the surface level ones, right? And there's never going to be a right time for you to date. Like you may be thinking, oh, but I'm so busy, next few months I have a project. Like I don't want to start dating now. There's never going to be a right time to date.
My friend's 60-year-old grandmother has a boyfriend.
60 years old mother.
Grandmother.
A grandmother. Wow, that's
a
so
boyfriend.
cool. Where did they meet?
I don't know, let I ask.
That's so cute. Point is, there's never a right time to date. It's all about seizing the opportunity when you can, right? Putting yourself out there, learning more about yourself, and growing together. Have realistic expectations and clear goals.
Make your intentions clear and known.
Manifest.
Yeah, if anything is holding you back, maybe try to let it go. Just step out, experience society, and have fun. I believe that in the process, you should definitely have fun.
I think an open mind and an open heart.
Yes. Okay, if you are young, eligible, likes Azura, can they drop us a DM?
Please DM us and it's clarity.co on Instagram with your resume and CV.
Yeah.
Make sure at least your IC start with S lah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Me Listen, Apple Podcasts. Turn on the notifications.
And check us out on YouTube as well. And don't forget to go and check out Hello Love Singapore on Instagram for more dating tips. You never know. No harm, right?
No harm.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye! You want to look younger, is it?
I don't want.
You want to date younger?
You want to date younger?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay, but that means she doesn't mind.
Yeah, she doesn't mind.
Okay, you can also follow us on the one you say.
Ow. Okay.
Say already Instagram.
Sorry.
What?